Hi, and welcome to the Ada K Show. I am Ada K. Brown, and am currently a criminal justice major, and I'm a deaf courtroom commentator. Grab a cup of Java, and let's dive in. Damn it! Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Unexpected Live this morning. Diane, you're not up yet. Very much so, Unexpected Live. P. Diddy, there is a verdict. We are waiting to, if my computer would freaking follow along with what I needed to do. There you go, Diane. Welcome, Diane. So we do have a verdict, y'all. Sean Diddy Combs, one-time global hip-hop titan criminal trial revealed a horrible crimes, abuse against women, freak-offs, racketeering, conspiring, ex-acking, found guilty of lesser charges but was found guilty of lesser charges in his federal trial. The jury verdict delivered on the third day of deliberations, 55 declares 55 not guilty of one count of racketeering conspiracy and two counts of trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, but guilty on two counts of transportation to engage in the sale of women for intimate acts. At the sentencing, the sale of women and transferring charges carried as much as 10 years in prison per count. The prosecutor said they are seeking a maximum of 20 years. I'm trying to see. We are waiting for the cameras to come in. Hello, one sunny day. Aaron was first in chat. One sunny day second. Yana. Welcome, everybody. Let me keep reading what I had. I can't see Miss Diane, but we're good. Miss Diane, you might want to turn your light on. Combs' late attorney asked the USDA if they release him from the federal detention where he's been for nearly a year. He also asked for him to be released on conditions to his home in Miami and offered a $1 million bond. The DA said he would review whether the release Combs later Wednesday after receiving the arguments from the prosecution and the defense, the judge, The partial conviction caps an astonishing moment for Combs as a self-made rapper from New York. Mixed but fairly desirable outcome. Yes, I would venture to say you are correct on that. I have actually not followed this because I have too much connection with the ex-trafficking industry, and I did not feel comfortable covering all of this. When they were struck into the RICO charge, I had to feeling they were likely going to find him not guilty on it. Yep. His defense pitched to jurors that the case against Combs was badly exaggerated. 3 women, including, I don't want to read that. Sorry. On the racketeering conspiracy charge, the jury must be convinced beyond reasonable doubt that the defendant was involved in an enterprise among 2 or more people. On the 2 counts of trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, someone told the jurors they did not need to believe Venture or other exes to testify. Okay, well, so what exactly was the guilty verdict? Ugh. Let me get over here. Guys, I was doing homework with Miss Diane. I am not prepared for this at all.
This is Ada K in her natural habitat. This is me and mine. We are just comfortable.
It's a cute little sundress type thing. I normally don't wear these things unless it's just around the house.
Well, you're just around the house right now.
Sort of. Just around the shop. Okay, so the charges of racketeering conspiracy, not guilty. The trafficking 2 counts, not guilty. Transportation to engage in the sale of women for sexual enterprising, 2 counts, guilty on 1 count, up to 10 years. This is going to really upset a lot of people, a ton of people, because I got 2 different, let's see if I can share this.
The Mann Act, these 2 charges are predicate.
Okay, let's start here.
We have the count here of not guilty on racketeering.
Hello, Karen.
This
Carol.
is coming in
Hello,
in
Carol
real
Pack.
time. We have count 2 also coming in here, not guilty. That is the sex trafficking of Cassie Ventura.
They can say it, but I can't.
We have guilty. Count 3 is guilty for the transportation of Cassie Ventura. That is guilty. Count 4. This is the sex trafficking of Jane. That's a pseudonym. Not guilty. Count 5. We have guilty. That is 5 counts. We have a mixed verdict here. Again, count 1 as it relates to racketeering, not guilty. Count 2 as it relates to sex trafficking, not guilty. Count 3, guilty. Count 4, not guilty. Count 5, guilty. Now we should bring up here, Misty, all of these counts have a range of different sentences, a range of different evidentiary burdens, a range of different outcomes we could have had here. But it is a mixed verdict, if you will.
It's a mixed verdict, but it is a stunning victory for the defense. The Mann Act, these charges, these were the easiest for prosecutors to prove, the lowest hanging fruit, merely required showing that state lines were crossed for the purpose to engage in prostitution. We saw a lot of evidence on these charges, did not have that element, Laura, of force, fraud, or coercion. And this carries the lightest sentence of these charges. It is a maximum of 10 years. Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, when you're talking about maximums aren't the rule. They are the exception. They're for the most exceptional and severe cases. So now you're talking about a sentence that's potentially in the lower range with time served because he's been behind bars. The fact that these sex trafficking charges, specifically with respect to Cassie Ventura, means that the jury was convinced by the defense, at least with respect to reasonable doubt, that the commercial sex, i.e. the freak-offs, were not connected to some of this violence, that there was not that force, fraud, or coercion element. That is by far, from a penalty perspective, the most serious. It carried a 15-year minimum. So that is a huge distinction. This is the best case scenario, in my view, for the defense. A lot of us opined yesterday that when the jury asked for a readback of Cassie Ventura and Daniel Phillips, one of the escorts' testimony, that read perhaps negatively for the defense. The jury was digging in to see if there was that force, fraud, or coercion. Clearly, it went the other way.
And it's interesting because the prosecutors had told them you don't have to find force, fraud, or coercion on every single instance that he did this, right? You only have to find one. It doesn't have to be that this happened every time. But for the racketeering, you really did need to find a pattern of behavior. You needed to find a criminal enterprise that he engaged in with other people, right? When people think of racketeering, they think of the mob. They think of running drugs. They think of running guns. Now, federal prosecutors have used a far more expansive view of racketeering, especially in recent years in SDNY, right? Because they want to bring in all of the worst evidence. They want to stretch back the material decades ago. And so you've talked about how it allows them to tell a full story. Well, it turns out doing that in this case did not fulfill what the prosecutors had hoped, because obviously they have now cleared him. They have acquitted him of that top charge of racketeering. They have acquitted him of the 2 other charges of using force and fraud, despite having that video, right, Misty? We talked about that video being so damning for him, where you see him on tape pulling Cassie Ventura by the hair. You see him stomping on her. The jury heard evidence that he actually paid money to a security guard to bury that video, paid him in a paper bag, and yet it wasn't enough.
It was not enough. So when it comes to the sex trafficking, yesterday, those questions that the jury asked for the readback with respect to the testimony aligned perfectly to what prosecutors in their closing argument said were 3 very obvious instances of sex trafficking, because they did not have to find that it was the hundreds of times that Cassie Ventura had testified that she engaged in these freak-offs. So prosecutors pointed to these 3. That testimony aligned exactly to that, what the jury wanted to hear. So here's where the defense clearly broke that chain, because what needed to happen was that the jury believes that the commercial sex acts, so those freak-offs, that Cassie Ventura engaged in them because of that violence, because of the force that Combs was exerting, because of extortion about releasing these videos. But what the defense argued was there were lots of other reasons. There was jealousy in the relationship. Yes, there was violence, but it related to these personal romantic relationships that he had with both Cassie and Jane.
As opposed to being part of this masterminding of an enterprise.
And you know what's interesting, Laura? So now we know, we opined about why the jury was not on the same page when it came to RICO. We said, was it because they couldn't agree on a predicate crime, or was it because they just couldn't get there with respect to the idea of this criminal enterprise, which has been very amorphous during the course of this case from prosecutors, hasn't really defined what it is or its purpose. And the answer is, it's that. It's either they didn't believe there was a conspiracy or the enterprise existed. And I say that because the Mann Act, these 2 charges are predicates for RICO. Yeah. So if they believed that there had been a criminal enterprise,
that would have been enough.
This would have satisfied the predicate crimes. So that means
they didn't satisfy that.
Dateline True Crime Weekly. Listen now.
I was like, I'm hearing sound from somewhere and I don't know where it is. Okay, guys, I'm just lighting out their commercial. I'm just getting rid of the commercial notifications. Okay. What is this?
The evidence to university. And here's what's fascinating.
We're having more and more clients say, well, can I get access to this tool? They don't want.
I'm removing it so it doesn't. Can you still hear it, Diane?
No. No.
I hate all these dang commercials.
You and me both.
Well, it's like I don't need your commercial.
I'm not gonna buy it. I finally figured out how to get rid of a lot of the glare and the brightness, I put a lovely scarf over my light.
Make sure though that when you do that, that the lights do not get hot.
They don't. I have a very special light.
You got one of those ring light type things with the dome cover on it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
But I can be on all day and it's just as cool to the touch. I love it.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yes, and I really do have a.
I'm getting somebody on my Twitch that's driving me crazy
I don't know.
posting cheap views on stream something removed. I'm like, dude,
Go away. Dude, go away.
I'm like, I can't get
You can't do it.
I can't block them.
You want to go off and come back on?
No. It has to do with I can't remove the post in the chat. And every time I go live, they come on and say that, and it's like, really? So he feels like he's coming back. I don't see this stopping him. I think he's good. He has such a huge following
Following.
that I think he'll come back. I think that if he's not in jail for 10 years.
I think that the genre of people that followed him, the mindset and the culture of people that followed him, their perception of right and wrong is so different from what your perception and my perception is, so different as to what is acceptable and what is not acceptable.
Oh, wait, we have something here.
But we're pleased that he's been held responsible for something, which is something that hasn't happened in his lifetime. And, we're hopeful that ultimately he receives a substantial sentence for what he's done. And, we're pleased that Cassie's brought to light everything that has happened in this trial. I just spoke with her and with the U.S. Attorney's Office team. And she's in a good place. She's pleased that, again, that the jury has found him liable, guilty of 2 federal crimes.
What was her reaction?
And I've issued a statement as well on our Twitter as well. Her reaction is what I just said. Her reaction was that she was pleased that he's been found guilty and held responsible of 2 federal crimes, something that he's never been held responsible in his entire life. And she's happy that in November of 2023, she came forward and shined a light on this and brought other people forward who have various civil claims. And so we'll see what happens.
Oh my God, Puzzle Pieces, thank you. That's a beautiful little thumbnail of you, by the way. Thank you so much, Puzzle Pieces. I greatly appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much.
You said that same thing, sorry.
Oh, I can't repeat it again, but
Yeah, please.
I'm sorry. So, what was the question?
Yeah, your reaction to what happened.
Reaction is that we're pleased that he's finally been held responsible for 2 federal crimes, something that he's never faced in his life. He still faces substantial jail time. Of course, we would have liked to have seen a conviction on the sex crimes in RICO, but we understand beyond a reasonable doubt is a high standard, and we're just pleased that he still faces substantial jail time. All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
How much time?
Doug Wigdor, Wigdor. Well, each is faces up to 10 years on each. I'm not sure what the sentencing guidelines are given the various different things, but I'll leave that up to the government and the defense to argue. But I feel confident in saying he still faces substantial incarceration.
How will you feel if he walks out on bail?
Well, that's up to the judge. I don't have a personal vested interest in this case. Whatever the appropriate thing to do under the law is what should be done. And at the end of the day, he needs to be sentenced pursuant to the guidelines and pursuant to what the law is. My understanding of that is that he faces significant incarceration. So thank you very much.
Thank you. He's the attorney for Cassie Ventura.
Yeah, wig door.
And then just on his knees, but turns like towards his chair and starts praying.
Oh, just chill over here.
Okay, well, hopefully I'll mute this. Hopefully we'll get some more interviews. Yana, I think I'm going to follow that case.
What case is it?
The Karina Cooper, Iowa versus Karina Cooper. I think that's our next case. Ryan Cooper was found with 2 gunshot wounds to his face in their trailer home in July 28th of 2021. Deputies noted Ryan's body was in a recliner and his wife, Katrina Cooper, was sitting on top of him. The couple's 3 children were also in the home. Deputies found no weapon at the scene, but did discover a .22 shotgun shell casing. The co-defendant, Hudson Danker, was also arrested in first-degree redrum, charged for acting in cohort or concert with Katrina to unalive Ryan. Decker is currently scheduled to trial in August. Opening statements begin today.
Is that Diddley?
Yep, here we go.
Saying something soon. Thank you.
How you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
Anything you want the public to know?
Not yet. We'll be saying something soon. Thanks.
Okay.
Watch your step.
Can you share your reaction?
Okay, we're done with that one. No, that's him. No, that's not him.
That's not Diddley?
No,
Diddy?
No.
Diddley? I want to say, hey,
I knew him as Puff Daddy
that's what I thought he was, Puff Daddy.
back in the 80s. And yes, when I say I knew him, I was in his presence.
Well, it's like I was saying, the cultures and
I got your back. Can I?
Will you become
We may be good.
You have 15?
Who is that? Yeah,
Thank you. Federal court.
that girl was all struck, whoever she was.
well, it cleans up nice.
It could have been nobody.
Are they in New York?
Oh, this trial is going to be good, y'all.
Who is?
Okay, we're going to watch this. I got to create a thumbnail. We're going to go live with this other trial in a minute. Let me get my thumbnails done. Let me get a few things done.
That's some free puff.
Did you see Catherine?
Oh, we got some squawkers out there. I'm going to bring it down. We got some squawkers out there.
human has a pain.
Waiting for the lawyers right now?
Yeah, two of Diddy's lawyers just left.
Okay.
Well, they said they're gonna do something with it.
Yeah, they have to come back. I was told they're going to come back and the judge to decide what the case is. They basically got off that, didn't they?
I mean, well, he's found guilty of a couple of them.
Prostitution.
Okay, while we're waiting for them, I'm going to mute it. While we're waiting from them, let me tell you about this next case. Background on June. Let me get it forward so I can read it better. Okay. On June 21, Ryan Cooper was found unalive twice in the face, as I said, in his recliner at his Prayer, Iowa home. His wife was reportedly found sitting on top of his body, and the deputies or police arrived. Charges are Green is charged with first-degree redrum and faces life without possibility of parole if convicted. Trial began yesterday, opening statements and all that, so we'll catch up. The key evidence and allegations. Investigators say that Karina told multiple witnesses she wanted Ryan unalive, so she and could shoot him or unalive him in the face. The co-defendant Houston Danker is also charged with unaliving, allegedly helping and actually carrying out the act of unaliving. No weapon was found, but a .22 caliber shell casing was recovered. The couple's 3 children were at home at the time. Okay, copy. I'm going to use this for now. I'm trying to set up a live for later. I got a lot going on. New mentions. New mentions. Communication. Yana, I should have muted it. My slider is all the way down. Right now, can y'all hear the P. Diddy stuff? I'm not hearing it at all.
No, it's off now. And
Now you can. Hey, Mama, welcome aboard, love. Welcome aboard. So I'm setting up a live for later today, probably. We do have the we have something coming up. The Brian Kohlberger hearing coming up at noon. And then after the Brian Kohlberger hearing, we will go live and start in with this trial. So that's what we's going to do. How about that, Miss Diane? Let me mute that. Okay, I got you, Miss Diane. I can hear you.
So you'll have me until, let me look at my calendar. But I think it's till like 12:30.
Your time or my time?
My time. 11:30 your time.
Okay.
Let me look. I just want to make sure on my calendar. Oh, guess I should look here. That would be smarter. All right. Oh.
Oh. fix the one thing? What was that? Did somebody just ding me?
No.
Okay, Yana, what we're doing is we're just going to watch this for a little bit. Then at noon, we're going live with the Kohlberger. And then after the Kohlberger, we'll start this trial. Okay? My Miss Coordinator here. She's fabulous. I'm setting it for 2:00, but it may change depending on how long the Kohlberger takes. But we'll oh, Yana. I'm sorry, Yana. I know. Kohlberger. Did I say Cole? I'm sorry. I can't hear a lot of what I say, and sometimes letters get added in there that shouldn't. Right, Miss Diane?
So true. So very, very true.
So, I want to hear this. Sorry, guys. Diane. Woo, let's back this up. We got some drama mama over here. We got some drama llama over here. Y'all ready for the drama llama ding dong? Here we go. We got some.
No, hold on. Look, please. I'm asking you have been so in love that it's impossible. Cassie Ventura went through things like this horrific, horrible things that this thing you saw. No, Cassie. We can believe it's possible that she could think that she would know because she was so in love with this man. The answer is yes or no. Because I gotta tell you, man, I've done things for women that because I was so in love with that before. I wasn't hold on. No, asking me a question. I do yes. I'm going to answer this. Yes. You understand what I'm trying to say? At the end of the day, we all have cell phones. 911. I'm done. Use your cell phone. Use your cell phone. Use your cell phone. You know what this house is? Let Puffy go. 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 Let Puffy go.
All right, already. We know you want to let Puffy go.
That's what I was saying about the mindsets of the generation that followed Puffy. I mean, and we're diehard Puffy fans. So different from our perspective of what is right and what is wrong. And I'm sorry, I'm very old school. I cannot wrap my brain around, well, let's go out and party and pick up somebody and hook up and it was fun. Never see you again. I'm like, I don't get it. Because every time you hook up, you give a part of yourself away and you get a part of them. And then it's like a puzzle piece that never fits together again.
Yeah. And yes, you may screenshot it. In fact, I will go ahead and throw that up one more time. Let me get the comment down so you can screenshot it. Hold on. Let me get it down. There you go. Screenshot in 3, 2,
and 1.
There you go, babe. How about this one? You may call it coffee. To me, it's anti-red juicy juice. And I haven't had any today.
I have.
Yana,
Oh, these people. These people. It's life.
Okay, the whole thing about Katrina Cooper is we will figure it out and catch it up. But yes, we will follow it. We are only in day one of actual trial. Today we have the Kohlberger hearing, and then tomorrow we have the closing arguments. Yana, you're right. You're right. But I thought about just running today the opening arguments on the Cooper, and then once let's see, Friday day, I'm not going to be doing anything on the Friday day, so I thought about Friday day. It is the 4th. I thought about going ahead and doing the day one of the Cooper trial because I can still do some of the stuff I got to get done. Then Saturday, Sunday, I'll do my big thing that I have to do. And then on Monday, that will put us right on target for day 2 of the Cooper trial. Then we'll pick it up from there. That's what I'm thinking. But once again, I do have to consult with my mods. I want to consult with my mods. I don't have to, but I want to consult with my mods. Oh, Diane.
And I've taken cough syrup.
Why you need to go and get that checked out, boo.
Oh, I know what it is. It's just started early. I know what it is. And I just need to get my insurance all ready, but I'm not going to do it until my birthday.
Oh, okay. Got you. So let's hear what's going on here with their. Yeah, we knew that this was going to explode. I'll mute. I can't do that because it mutes you, Diane. I'm surprised they were not more ready for this. I'm surprised they were not more ready for this, but we'll sit here for a while. I'm glad certain people aren't watching me right now because this is no makeup, no nothing.
This is called life when I wake up in the morning.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
I'm not going to let somebody know I'm on because I don't want them seeing me like this just yet. Zip it.
I do understand. Do you ever watch Jonathan Kahn? Prophet? Oh,
Who is that?
I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Send you a link. He nails it. I mean, it's great.
Yep. Well, I did brush my teeth. Somebody asked, did you even brush your teeth this morning? Yes, I brushed my teeth this morning.
Had to get the sweaters off.
But look at these two here. These two here jumping
Yeah.
are the ones that are stirring all of this ruckus and noise. And I'm surprised. Everybody else is pretty much news media except for the people coming in from the back.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the police do not tell those two guys to calm it down.
Yeah.
No, chill it down. By the way, I've started using a product from Bellamy. It's a hydration. You know, these hydration things.
Yeah.
My doctor told me that it's really good for people like me who've been through chemo one or multiple times. It's hot. And you have any kind of autoimmune and stuff. I've been using the hydration boost and the beauty boost. The hydration's really good it helps me drink the water. It's the weirdest thing. Helps me drink the water. It's like if I have some flavoring, like most of us will just drink it, but if it's just plain water, we don't. Oh, thank you, Adair. I pretty much rolled out of bed. And then the other one has collagen, which is vital for us older women because we lose our collagen.
The word is more mature.
Mature. The mature women, and my hearing aid just died in my left ear, and I have no batteries anywhere around me. So now I'm going to have to put in the other ears. Hold on.
Excuse me.
I have to do the music ear, the other. Oh my God! Look what that woman's wearing. You actually see underwear?
Which
What,
one?
boo? Let's go back on that one. Scroll back. Woman, do you not have any clue as to
Which
what
one?
you look like in that outfit? Oh my gosh.
Which woman are we talking?
That's bad when you say which woman.
Oh, yeah.
That one right there. This one right here. It's like a look at that. Uh,
Move my words.
I can see the thong shadow because well, you see the thong shadow right there. The
Oh,
thong shadow.
girl. She didn't have enough money to buy her.
I'm kind of like I'm not trying to be mean and dish people, but sometimes you just go,
Well,
huh?
it's like this. She didn't have any clean undies, so she borrowed her little girls.
Well, that outfit is what I'm talking about. Is how can someone, y'all? I'm not. I guess it's cultural. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you
But
know,
how can you just walk around in public in something like that?
that
You might as well be naked.
my daddy,
Tinkatude, hello, Tinkatude. You might as well be naked.
my daddy always told me leave a little something to the imagination.
Oh, I leave a lot to the imagination.
So do I, honey.
But anyway, I was saying the drink mix. Someone asked, well, why was I doing it? Well, number one, it has been very beneficial to me. It does have a mild appetite suppressant, and I am going to mute this. Don't need to hear it. Mild appetite suppressant, and I'm just not as hungry when I drink this. Part of it is you're hydrating. Some people think that they're hungry when they need hydration. Good morning, Ronnie. So anyway, you can get this from the website. I'll put the banner up. It does help the channel because all the proceeds from this go to the channel.
Well, when I get paid and there's money that I'm not having to give to everybody else, I'll order some. But until then, I shall not.
Yeah, but I was spending on other drinks throughout the day, 44 ounces, probably about $2.50 a day.
Ooh,
On other $2.50 a day is really not that bad, but it was an all day thing, all day drink. But it's full of sugar, it's horrible, it's nasty, and it's not good for your body. This stuff, I like the flavor. My favorite is the raspberry lemonade or the beauty one, which is the punch flavor. So that's how I feel. But I have been losing weight. My skin is not as dry. My skin is not as my doctor said I needed to start looking at trying to find a collagen replacement that I like.
Mhm.
Okay, let's back this up a second and see who was this.
I don't know, but would you please run my my link across the bottom so I can write it down,
Yes.
please? That'll work.
Somebody got in the car somewhere. I don't know who and where. Does anybody know who got in the car? Is it P. Diddy himself who got in the car?
I don't like you. I don't like you. Son, don't make way. You gonna come down? It's not
Why?
How about that? Us.
The guy in the red is angry at the person in the car. They get the guy out of there. So what does the guy do when he's sitting here being threatening, and the guy's sitting here rolling the window down, trying to egg it on a little bit? Dude, get the heck out of there.
Yeah, well, some people just like the problem.
Okay, all right, Adair, let's talk about this. If the cold burger plea is rejected, it goes to trial. It goes to trial. That's a good question. It goes straight to trial. Is what happens. If the Kohlberger plea is accepted, it will go straight to trial. So, I want to explain something. When we have what's called a pop-up live, which is what this is, it's an unplanned live. When we have a verdict or something that comes out. Okay, when we have a verdict or something comes out of something we're not following or something happens, I'm going to mute you, Diane. Something that happens, it can get a little frantic back here because I'm trying to pull up information. I've got you guys here. I've got the videos over here. Things are popping and going, and my mods are going. I don't expect my mods to really. I don't expect them to hop on and join the boat. They don't have to run off the pier and dive into the boat as I fly by. But it takes a minute for it to get calm. So it is a little chaotic at first. And then once we have everything and we have knowledge and we know what's happening, I calm down a little bit. But I did want to get live with this because I know some of you, a lot of people have been following this. I've kind of somewhat followed it a little bit in the background just to keep my little ears to the grindstone, so to speak. But I did not follow this case. If I said before, I have too much knowledge and personal connections to trafficking, and I did not feel that this would benefit me to follow it. Thank you again, Puzzle Pieces, for your $4.99 super sticker. You're so sweet. I appreciate you so much. Let's see what this Yahoo's barking about. I'm sorry, there is no closed captioning, and unfortunately, he's not loud enough for us to hear it. So there you go. So for those of you who have just hopped on, what the plan is we will be doing Kohlberger at noon today. Hi, Defender of Faith. Y'all, I don't have the I liked up for this. I'm sorry, guys, but still like it. Still tell me you liked it. So we will be doing the Kohlberger case at 12 o'clock. And then at about 2 o'clock, we will be doing probably the opening statements for the Kendra Cooper trial. Then tomorrow we will be back to our normal program when we're doing the Valley trial tomorrow. And then on Friday, we will be doing the, I may not be able to do we'll have to do open arguments after my doctor's appointment at 5. So tonight, unless I've got something else, we'll do the Cooper Oprah arguments later this afternoon. I'm trying to do something with YouTube right now. YouTube is pinging me. Not in a bad way. I just gotta fix something real quick. But that said, let me see. I'm trying to find desktop court. See if I have anything. I thought I had a P. Diddy. Desktop, maybe under something else. I'm looking for my podcast thumbnails. Because I did one with P. Diddy. There it is. Oh, no, I don't want to use that one. Change. We'll just remove, undo. Okay, we'll just leave it as it is. I did a live for P. Diddy. What did he do with all the baby oil? I know exactly what he did with all the baby oil. Diddy's case was a giant let down in my book. Besides him being a creepy perv, not much. Makes it continue in this case. So I think not guilty is just from the fact of the RICO was upset for the mod when they also ran the whistle management in the city. Yep. Blech. So Diane, are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. So we're just kind of waiting for the P. Diddy to come out.
How do I tell people thank you for buying me coffee?
Say that again.
How do I tell people thank you for buying me coffee?
Put it in the comments.
On YouTube, right?
If someone bought you a cup of coffee today, then in the YouTube you thank them.
Well, I
Just put in
don't.
the comment.
Okay, because I see the little dots. What if it just says share?
No, it comments. I'll work with you off screen on that. I'll
All right.
teach you.
Well,
I'm wearing this. Somebody asked about this. I'm wearing this today. It is hot. This is cool and comfy. We're gonna watch this probably for another 15 minutes or so, and then I will close it down. I was hoping we'd get P. Diddy coming out, you, us, and everybody else. And then that way I can get ready for the next live. But I thought I'd leave it up for a few more minutes and see how we're doing. Thank you so much, Yana, for putting the Kendra Cooper in there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yana is the most organized office person. I mean, she gets things posted in Discord. She's like the Discord queen. She my spelling errors. I mean, my gosh, we actually have a spell check section. My dyslexia is so bad that she catches my errors. Thank you so much. I need that. And she kind of keeps the whip on me, keeps me going. It's not a catch-all for many crimes done by many people, but prosecutors try to use it like this. Prosecutors won't step their game up. I don't feel pressured to when they're using the winning buys. Yeah. Why would he come out if he isn't going? He may not be going back to jail. His lawyers are probably right now, or have been arguing for the bond of $1 million bond, house arrest until sentencing, because he's already been there a year. And the problem is his charges were so bad. I mean, they were so great. One of them was up to a life in prison. That's why he was held without bond. Now he's been found guilty only of the lesser of all of it. He has the right to be bonded out as with anybody else. So that is why we are waiting, because we're waiting to see if he actually gets a chance to get out of jail. Did he? Sorry, did he get the get out of jail free card? Seeing a lot of problems. Well, and that is true. That is true. He faces up to 10 years per federal count. There are 2 federal charges of basically transporting a person who sells themselves for intimate acts. They got him for transporting 2 of those. Both of those charges he was found guilty for. Thus, they are having to figure out if they're going to keep him in jail while they wait for sentencing, or does he get to get out on bond? $1 million cash only bond. He has the money. Although I will tell you, someone made the comment about this, and I kind of feel bad. Yep. I'm trying not to say the P word because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. But one thing that gets me is while he's sitting there in jail, his family are living like royalty off of his money and spending it like it's water while he's sitting in jail. He's got houses and cars and all that, but his children, it's been told, I don't know how valid it is, but I kind of tend to believe it, have been kept under a certain lifestyle their whole life. And now that he's been in jail, they have ensured of living in that lifestyle even further. But it's been said they've been running through it like water.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of money. I don't know where he stands. Nobody knows. I would imagine he's got a lot less than he had before. And along with his legal fees and everything else, I'm sure that it's been a hard hit. And well, here's a question.
Ada, I just looked. It says plea deal accepted in the Brian Kohlberger case.
We've known that.
Well, see how much I don't know. Okay.
Well, he and all right, in the Kohlberger and the DA have come to a plea deal agreement.
I know.
But what we're going to see today is, does the judge agree and accept it?
And it says plea deal accepted.
Not by the judge.
No, you're right. Okay.
You're 2 days behind and $2 short. But thank you so much.
$2.
Right. We do need to wait to see if the judge, and that's what we're going to see at noon. So at 11 o'clock, if it's not done here at 11 o'clock, I'm going to hang it up because I need to go. I was working with Miss Diane on some college papers.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he has not graded it yet.
Maybe.
This professor has been grading me badly because I did research, added additional information. I sat there. He docked me because I had too many words.
Yep. He did. And you know Ada K loves to talk, so you can imagine how she writes.
And the thing is he says too many words. He said Biden in 2031, 31.97% of votes. I'm not sure where you're getting your 51% from. I researched, dude. You may be wrong. And the 31.7% eligible votes. Anyway, some good points here, but what about the decline? And oh my God. Watergate and the series of pointless wars. P.S. This was way too long. Keep it to 200 words only. My thing is when you say 200 words, too long, it keeps saying every time.
You know how it goes.
Oh, I did not mention Raleigh in my lecture, but I noticed AI answer to the question does. Well, dude, just because the AI does have that, I researched.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that frustrates me is when he says 200 words, most colleges, when they say 200 words, that's minimum. Now, you can say minimum of 200, maximum of 250. And I would have followed that. Well, don't go over. Well, I went under by 5 words and I got in trouble on the first one.
She did.
I'm like, I can't win. Give me a bracket. Say minimum 200, maximum 250. But you can't. We spent 45 minutes. Diane and I spent 45 minutes dwindling it down from 63 words to 200.
200. Hey, count that D. That D.
Why? But the problem is when you ask a question. Well, here's where I go. Here's where I'm going. Professors of old had no problem reading papers because that's their job. They read their papers, right? And today, they don't want to read. They want synopses. I have I'll go to that. Anyway, when you are teaching and you want a bracket of 200 exact words, why should I spend 45 additional minutes to narrow it down to 200 exact words and evacate or remove very important points in which you freaking taught on?
Yeah.
It's about able to follow directions. Honey Boo, I follow directions very well. I get it. But when you ask a question that cannot be answered in 200 words, it's not like you say, okay, give me in 200 words or less, or give me exactly 200 words, a breakdown of the First Amendment. Fine, I can do that. But when you give me a question like I had today about what movement was that? What was the question? I'm going to pull it up because I can't remember what the question was. I'm too tired. But his question is, did the ideas of the Anti-Federalists succeed in the Constitutional Convention? If not, oh, Diane, we missed it. Why not?
What did
Well,
we miss?
we missed it. Answer the reference to the Constitution today in 200 words. It says, here, I'll copy it. This is the question that he asked me of today, and I think I misread it, but oh well. I don't care anymore. I'm going to freaking pass the class and he could shove it up his ass because I have given him quality papers. Quality. Then I have a professor who doesn't want to read at all. He wants PowerPoint type presentation.
Oh, yes.
Slides. He
Oh.
wants pictures. He wants you to go out and get pictures. He wants on one slide enough to write a 200 word statement on one slide. I know I'm rambling.
She got to have somebody a bit too besides me.
So I know I'm going on about useless things. We have 200 viewers, guys. We are waiting to see if P. Diddy comes out. But I will tell you that college is not what it used to be even 10 years ago. They don't want to read.
Ooh, it is not. They got better things to do.
See, I'm an undergrad. Maybe not for freshmen or undergrads, but upperclassmen 100%. Journal submissions have page limits as well. Yes, they do. Editor always get more submissions in per year than can read, especially since an unpaid job. Yeah. So it's just so hard because you have different teachers who demand different things, and it's just like.
For sure, for sure.
For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. So, yes, I know I'm calling it. This is called filler. This is useless filler information.
Yeah.
It is useless filler information. So I'm not sure we're going to get any P. Diddy at this point, but I did say we will stay on till 11. That's 9 more minutes. And if 9 minutes he comes out. Oh, look at this woman right here running around. It looks like she's in her underwear and a bra.
Oh, good.
That is underwear.
That
oh
is
my God. Underwear and a bra.
Well,
what are they? Is there a statement? Is there something these women are trying to get across?
They want P. Diddley to notice them.
Is it a woman?
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, that is a woman in a bra.
Bra on. And
bra.
And
those are literally underwear.
I think so.
And this guy doesn't, if he notices, he's like, I'm not looking, I'm not looking, I'm not looking. And why is she chasing that dude? And now she's coming back.
And she's coming back?
Why?
And she's walking this time to get a full view. Hi, y'all. Hi, y'all. I tell you what, these people are crazy. I was listening.
Attica is a club outfit, and you showed her taking her clothes off. Well, I did. I didn't notice it. Oh, there's too many people. Thank you, Yana. Guys, sometimes we need a little brainless conversation amidst all the chaos that's going on out there.
That's for sure.
I'm surprised the police don't have that big bus sit there and they put everybody on it and arrest them all. No, it's. I mean, it is somewhat peaceful. Look, young black economist. I just have a problem. I just don't understand that mentality of running around in underwear and bra. But I know a lot of people say, well, what's the difference between a bikini at a pool?
Well, you're at a beach.
Well,
You're
I guess there's.
supposed to be there.
I never needed brainless combos in my life. I understand. I'm sorry, Yana. I'm disappointing right now. Kidding.
Oh, wow.
But but that's what Miss Diane and I were dealing with when all of this happened. And it's a great change of pace for me, let me tell you. Because I was about ready to throw something. No, not really.
Yes, really.
Underwear covers more, Tinkitude.
Yes, that's for sure. Tinkitude.
There is a different. Well, it's called being dressed appropriately for the situation. And I really love Judge Boyd when she goes, well, thank you for coming dressed appropriately for court today. And she does. She constantly will thank people for coming dressed appropriately to court today.
Yeah.
So I will be in this afternoon today. This is a dress. This is a summer dress. I know y'all aren't used to seeing so much skin. Speaking of skin, I've got skin. But I just felt kind of lighten it up a little today. It's a little hot. Oh, what are y'all doing for the 4th of July?
I'm going to watch my son and his neighbors set off fireworks.
Oh, that's fun.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
This thing got twisted. I got to untwist it. There we go. There, that looks better.
Yes.
Okay, I got to say this. This was my sister's. And my sister always loved the open shoulder. She was a beachy kind of girl. She loved light clothing. She's a summer girl. And so anyway, I'm not used to this. I'm trying to get used to it now that I've lost a lot of weight. I still have the little flappers, but I don't need to see them. I know I'm not showing them. But
I told you we could have matching tattoos.
No.
One can have stars and the others can have stripes, and we can say, long may they wave.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I am looking for some information. So the actual request made for the attorneys on the P. Diddy trial, the attorney has requested the $1 million bond and proposed that Diddy be allowed to return to his home in Miami Beach. The judge has not yet ruled on the bond request, stating he needs time to review the legal. Both sides were instructed to submit letters by 1 p.m. Eastern. So, okay, so that helps me close this up. P. Diddy is still in custody. They will not be, even if the judge agrees, he will not be coming out of these doors. Chances are he's probably already left and back at the jail. So they're waiting for the lawyers and the legal team to come out. So we will not be seeing P. Diddy today, which does not surprise me.
Really?
It's okay. But I want to thank the 200 viewers between alternate jurors on X and in YouTube and on Ada K Media and Twitch for joining us. If you noticed up in that corner, you see the Legal Eagles. Well, come to the next live at 12 o'clock my time. We're going to be at the Kohlberger hearing, and we're going to be waiting for that information. But I've got new merch, and that's a clue up there. I got new merch. So we've got some new merch launching.
New merchant?
New merchants. Launching. Yes, they is. I'm so excited. So, Miss Diane, I'm going to say, Miss Diane, farewell. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to go as well, so I'm going to remove you. Just stay back in the background for a minute. I'm going to go and get ready for the next live. I want to thank all my mods who hopped on really fast and went, I am so sorry for that, but sometimes you get breaking news and you just have to do that. staying in the house yesterday. It was over 100 in northern Utah and lost internet for 4.5 hours. I am so sorry, Tinkitude. It is 100 degrees up there. My gosh, over here it's only in the 90s and we're in southern Texas. What is my weather going to be like today? But I'm always inside. So problem is when you're always inside, the weather doesn't affect you that much. So I think it's going to be in the 90s here. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for the pop-up live. We will see you shortly with makeup on, ready to go for the Kohlberger hearing. And what in the world? Oh, those are barriers. Oh, they're setting up barriers. So yeah, they're getting ready to have chaos over there and they're getting ready. They should have already planned for it. So anyway, thank you so much again. Blessings. Have a great hour until I see you again. Bye. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. I hope you have an awesome day. Till next time, take care.